Hey guys, it's Olyvia. Wow, it's been a while. Been a few months, weeks, years, centuries since I last posted. I don't know if y'all knew this, but we just moved cross country, so it's been kind of a lot, but we're all settled in now, so I'm back to posting. Thank you all so much for supporting me still, staying subscribed, not giving up on me, because I'm back and I'm here to stay. I missed you guys so much, but we're coolin' now. We're back, fresh out of the slammer, with a brand new review on the John Wick new movie, Ballerina. It just came out on streaming services, which is where I watched it today, actually. So we're gonna get into it with a fresh mind. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you're gonna be seeing a lot more movie reviews coming out from me now. Alright, now let's get started. Now, this new movie, Ballerina, bombed in the box office. It costed about $90 million to make and only ended up making about $100 million, which movies are usually supposed to make double that, but this movie kind of flopped, which I have no idea why, because this movie was fantastic, in my opinion. I loved it. I love all the John Wick movies, though, so kind of biased already, especially since John Wick was featured in this movie as a few little cameos, but he wasn't in it very much. I'd say he was in the trailers a lot more. But even if John Wick wasn't in this movie at all, it still would have been fantastic. Now let me get into why. First of all, the main character, Eve, was, a baddie. Kicking butts, looking good while doing it. I mean, we all love a strong female lead. Didn't have much of a personality, but who needs a personality in action movies? I mean, NPC John Wick sure doesn't have one. But what made this movie stand out, compared to all the other John Wick movies, and the main character stand out more, was she was less trained and not as professional as John Wick. I mean, John Wick's been doing this for years. He's been kicking butts his whole life, pretty much. While our main character, Eve, has been training her whole life ever since her dad died and she wants to get revenge, she's a little more clumsy and unbalanced. Definitely an amateur. And she's not just doing this for revenge, either, like John Wick was. He wanted vengeance after his dog died and his wife, but the dog's more important. Eve also wanted to save people. In a way. She still killed a lot of people, but only while protecting her targets. Which is kind of like the whole irony and metaphor, how the movie is called Ballerina, and ballerinas are like graceful, beautiful dancers, but they're also incredibly strong and tough. I'd probably get all dizzy and pass out. So I get the whole metaphor they were trying to do there, especially with the coins that the guy gave her. There's two sides of the coins. She can either be a savior, or she can be, like John Wick, where she just goes around killing people. I get what they tried to do there, and they did execute that in a perfect, awesome way, but giving the title of the movie, calling it Ballerina, that's not gonna attract a lot of big John Wick fans. It's just a bad title for a movie, when the target audience of, John Wick is, grown men who don't really care to see a bunch of tiny women beat up other guys. But the movie was awesome. Now, I would, rank the John Wick movies, but honestly, I can't remember any of them. I remember them, just not good enough to rank them. I wouldn't say this one's the best. I mean, considering it's not really, a John Wick movie, it's just, in the John Wick universe. But I'd say it was definitely very up there. The action scenes were incredible. I'll go over some of those in a minute, since I'm sure y'all have, probably already seen this movie, or if you haven't seen this movie yet, don't really care to watch it, and you kind of just want to, watch reviews and stuff for fun, I won't spoil anything major, but I will go over some of the action scenes that really, stuck out to me, and I thought were amazing. And then all the hard work and just insanity that these people put into it, because CGI was obviously probably used for most of the stuff, but these stunt doubles were definitely doing some of it in real life. For example, the whole fire scene where Eve and this guy were, just shooting each other. I mean, I'm not sure what the correct term is. They were like, they had guns that were like fire blowers. So they were just like blowing fire at each other and having things get exploded, jumping through windows. That whole scene was amazing, by the way. Super intense. But some of that fire was real. Like, obviously, most of it was probably fake. But there was definitely real heat and real fire mixed in, too. Like, all the action scenes in this movie were so creative. And some of it was, like, definitely really real. But even if it wasn't, like, it was just also original compared to, like, the John Wick movies, for example, where he mostly just shoots people the whole time. Or they, like, fight combat to combat. But there's no, like, creativity. Now, since the main character, Eve, is a girl, she does already have a slight disadvantage because she's shorter, smaller, and not, like, as buff. I mean, as much as I hate to admit it as a girl, men usually are stronger, or they're just, like, bigger and buffer, so they kind of get that. So it was so cool. I mean, they didn't, like, what I really appreciated about the movie is they made some of the fight scenes kind of realistic. Now, what I mean by realistic is they didn't have, like, a super massive buff man fight, like, hand-to-hand combat with, like, this tiny, skinny girl and have her win. I mean, she definitely had to be creative and cheat a little in her deaths and kills. And she definitely got her butt kicked a lot, which was, it was like, she was basically like the equivalent of Mark from Invincible in season 2 and 3, who peaked at season 1 and that was it, because all he did was die. Bro was not invincible. Like, she used a lot of her surroundings. She'd grab sledgehammers, ice cubes, pots, dishes, vases, anything that can be broken over people's heads. She used a lot of grenades. My favorite action scene of the whole movie was when she was, like, trying to buy guns from the gunman, get some weapons, and a bunch of these people from the cult break in and try and kill her. And there's just a whole grenade montage where she's throwing grenades at people, blowing them up. She traps a guy behind, like, a big metal door, sticks a grenade in his mouth, and hides behind the door as he just explodes. It was very sick. The action scenes in this movie were very Mortal Kombat coded. I loved it. I'd say they were definitely the best action scenes out of some of the other John Wick movies. Just because, again, John Wick is, you know, he's been doing this for a while. He's a Baba Yaga, boogeyman, whatever you want to call him. So he can just kill people with guns and, like, his fists. So the action scenes weren't, like, as insane and diabolical as they were in this movie. So I will give it that. I mean, the dialogue, though, in this movie was very stupid. Everybody was very NPC. I thought some of the stuff was kind of useless. Like, the whole, like, John Wick moments they had where even, like, when he wasn't there, it was really awesome to see him, and he fought, too, which was really cool. But they were just really unnecessary. They didn't add into the story at all. Now, this movie took place after the third one, before the fourth one. So even though it's, like, a new John Wick movie, it took place, like, after the third movie. So it had a lot of, like, the third movie references in it, which was pretty cool to see. But when they tried to do, like, some tie-ins, it just didn't make a lot of sense. So the plot was kinda, like, the main plot was her trying to find this cult people who killed her dad. But that's not what she was doing the whole movie, like John Wick, where as soon as his dog died, he went after these people. No, she's been training her whole life, because her dad died when she was a little girl. So she's been training, getting tough, and then she only started going after those people when she found someone with the X mark on their arm, and she recognized it because one of the people had it on their arms when they killed her dad. So then, like, halfway throughout the movie, she was like, hey, I'm gonna go find these people and kill them. So the plot, you know, it was simple. It was there. Classic death and then revenge later on in the movie. But it was kind of a little sloppy. Didn't really get the whole stuff with, like, the group she was a part of. Had no idea, like, even what to think about with her sister. When it actually turns out she had a sister who gets introduced, like, towards the end of the movie. And then she dies right away. Like, there was nothing to that. Like, the sister didn't reveal any information, nothing important to help with the movie, nothing mind-blowing. She's just like, you know, they kind of talk about their dad, and the sister's like, I was chosen to work with these guys, blah, 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 and then she dies. I mean, I would have liked to know more or something, so it didn't feel like a waste of time. Because it's not like this lady was really in the movie before. There was only like a few shots with her. Thought that whole stuff was kind of stupid, but whatever, it was fun. And another part I thought that was kind of silly and dumb was at the end of the movie when Eve just wipes out the whole town cult of people. Basically, everyone's dead except for all the children. But the children are trash, so who cares about them anyway? The main bad guy who killed her dad just, like, steps out of the car and tries to talk to her. Like, talk her out of killing him. And instead of, like, getting in the, like, driver's seat and driving away trying to escape, he tries to reason with her. He's like, this isn't you. You're better than this. I know you. This isn't who you are. Joking, he didn't say that. He doesn't care about this lady. But he did do something pretty similar. He steps out of the car and he's like, does this really have to go on anymore? Like, dude, she wants you dead. It was just funny because if he was just gonna, like, you know, open himself up to her like that quickly and easily without even putting up a fight after she just wiped out, like, his whole town, pretty much. It was pretty much all for nothing, because then he just sacrificed himself. So all the people died for nothing. Like, their leader didn't even make it out, because he just, like, basically let her kill him. But other than that stuff, this movie was still super fun. The action scenes, wow, this movie was just constant chaos. I loved it. The visuals were gorgeous, especially in that cult town with the snow and the massive Nosferatu-looking buildings. But the locations and scenery in this movie were beautiful. Now, I think some of those, like, dumb little unnecessary things they added in the movie, like Eve's sister, the random sister arc, John Wick, Daryl's daughter, Ella. Well, his name wasn't Daryl in the movie. Daryl from Walking Dead is in this movie. His name is Daniel. He has a daughter. Just some of those, like, random little side things that don't really add to the movie. I think what they were, like, hoping to do was maybe connect all those in, like, a second movie if they ever made one, like a second Ballerina. But since this movie did so awful, I doubt there's ever going to be a second movie. Which is kind of a bummer, because they just kind of, like, left it open. They left it open-ended at the movie. Like, they kind of left it on, like, a slight cliffhanger. Like, now this girl, Eve, is wanted everywhere. She has a bounty on her because she just killed a ton of people. So basically, she's, like, got a ton of assassins going after her now. So they definitely, like, already had some build-ups and ideas for the second movie, but now they can't even make it. Or if they do ever end up making a second movie, it probably wouldn't be the smartest decision. Now, a lot of people have been giving this movie backlash because it's unrealistic. I mean, yeah, the action scenes were very, like, cartoonish looking because they were so big and chaotic, but, like, I mean, come on. It's called having fun. Like, even though the John Wick movies were more serious and, like, gun handling and not so, like, Fortnite explosion-y, it was fun to have a new interesting take. But yeah, I really liked this movie. It was super fun, and I recommend you guys watch it if you're bored and want something fun to watch, because it is fun. The dialogue is cringe. Characters are, you know, lack all sorts of personality. It's like a bunch of rocks when you throw a bunch of rocks at each other and, like, rocks are fighting. But it's awesome. Honestly, that's all I have to say for this movie. I mean, I just, you know, this is my first review back for a month, so I don't want to, like, shot out of a cannon bombard you with a bunch of crap. Thank you guys again for sticking around, and I hope you continue to do so. Wow. And I hope you continue to do so, because now we'll have more stuff coming out. I did just watch 2 movies. The brand new K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix. It's like the cute little animated K-pop movie. Don't know if anyone's seen that. It's trending right now. Really cute, good music. I can, you know, review that one next if you guys want. Or if you want to go more of like a adult route. I just watched Oddity, which was creepy as crap and awesome. I mean, I'd love to do a review for that too. I mean, I did know it came out last year, so it's not, like, brand new, probably not relevant anymore, but it's not, like, that old where it can be considered, like, a nostalgia movie. So if none of those movies sound good to you, let me know in the comments what you want to see next, or I'll figure something else out. Make sure to like if you've enjoyed, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this movie, if you've seen it, my review, or if y'all just want to, like, ask some questions or anything. I know I have been getting some comments that I haven't, like, had much of a chance to respond to, mostly because I felt bad for being gone so long, and I wanted to, like, put a review out first before I, like, started responding to comments. But yeah, otherwise, we love our new house. We're in a very cold state, but it's warm right now. We've been hanging out with a lot of family, seeing them because we haven't seen them in a while, and we definitely miss them. Doing, you know, summer stuff, tubing, going to cabins. It's been great. Anywho, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great summer too, and you'll definitely be seeing me around. Bye!